Young living every day, giving it to you uncut and straight. Now listen, y'all, man. Excuse me. Today's video, man, it's about the rapper NLE Choppa and his ex girlfriend. We're gonna dive into it. He talks about how he came to her and was honest to her about the kind of relationship he believed in and not being with one woman. So let's take a dive into that right now.
So, but it's some spaces I'm not maturing, and I accept that. My nose kind of runny. So within that process, I said I couldn't see myself having sex with the same person. And the next thing was, I said I don't see myself having one wife. And that's another thing. Marissa, she was big on marriage. She was big on marriage. So I had to let her know, like, I don't see myself having one wife. I said, I'll probably marry you, but you would have to, be cool with the simple fact that I believe in polygamy.
Now you see that right there, y'all. Man said he was honest with her and let her know what it was up front. But the thing is, see, when you got status and you of a certain level as a man, these girls they'll sign up for some things that they don't really know what they signing up for, so they'll agree to it because look at him, he's a young guy, he's successful, he got status. So they gonna stand on that and say, okay, yeah, we're not doing it, but they gonna agree to it until further notice. You see what I'm saying? So he let her know what it was, and this is what I always tell you, man. When you want to be in it, if you want to be these kind of relationships, you have to be of a certain. You have to be a certain man. You have to be successful. You have to get all them badges as a man to be able to have the sexual market value to be able to dictate these terms. You see what I'm saying? And then another two is she's gonna have to agree to it. Most girls won't agree to that, especially if you're an average dude. You have to become a very successful man. You have to have the market value to be able to do that and be honest with her. So that's one thing I can say I respect about him because he was honest enough to let her know exactly what it was she was signing up for versus going behind her back doing it. But let's continue.
So you may not be the only person that I would marry. You know what I'm saying? And I let her know that. And she was like, that's different. I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's something I can work on with being open to as well.
See what she say? She feel like that's something I can want to being open to as well. So she trying to convince herself that she can do something because he's of a certain value. Notice she said, that's different. Now, if he was an average dude and said that, she would have automatically shot it down because he got status and resources. She gonna sit there and reevaluate and not walk away as fast because this is a golden opportunity being with somebody on his level. But let's continue.
So hear me out. So this was pretty much the thing, and no disrespect, Marissa was willing to give up all of these things that she felt was that she was gonna get from just out of life. She felt she was gonna get married, which she probably is. She probably might find that person that is just gonna marry her. But this is pretty much her life. This was pretty much already thought out.
I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be hard after you date, a man that's on the level that he's on, that's successful with money and status. It's gonna be hard for her to go back out and date a dude, man. Most women don't have the ability to be able to do it. And say she do find somebody, he probably not gonna be a regular dude. It'd probably be somebody else in the entertainment industry. Honestly, to be real with you, man, you got somebody who actually care about you, who protect and provide for her. You know, yeah, man. He was honest. Most guys ain't gonna be honest and tell her that kind of stuff. So clearly, you can tell that he's very this young man is very RP aware and he know exactly what he want to do. You know, let's continue.
In her brain, she was gonna get married to somebody that was faithful for her, faithful just to her, build a whole family, and just live happily ever after. And I was telling her, it sounds a bit like a fairy tale because
Yeah, you tell he watched RP content because he said it sounds like a fairy tale. That is a Disney fairy tale where women think they're gonna get this guy that's very successful with money, status, and resources that they respect and admire, and they truly love, and that she gonna be the only one. And then granted that he's a very young dude. He's young with all of these things. He's young with resources and status and money. So of course, at his age, he's not gonna be ready to be with one woman. Absolutely not. He's young and have all this stuff going on. Absolutely not. And he told her it's a fairy tale. That's what these girls believe in because society has fed them the fairy tale, thinking they're gonna ride off to with the sun. They're gonna ride off to the sunset with this rich guy, and it's gonna be all about her and him. That's a fairy tale. These girls gotta understand, man. More likely to get a faithful guy all about yourself if he's an average dude. But like I said before, she can't go back to being with an average man no more.
Certain things don't always play in that type of sense, or the cards don't sometimes roll out that way, but it's not impossible. But I say, if you're looking from that, from me, my present moment, who I am as today, when I wake up today, you're not gonna find that in me.
And you gotta respect him from keeping it real, letting you know off top. And I want to rewind it because he says I wanted to elaborate on.
Hear me out. So this was pretty much the thing, and no disrespect, Marissa was willing to give up all of these things that she felt was that she was gonna get from just out of life. She felt she was gonna get married, which she probably is. She probably might find that person that is just gonna marry her. But this is pretty much her life. This was pretty much already thought out in her brain. She was gonna get married to somebody that was faithful for her, faithful just to her, build a whole family, and just live happily ever after. And I was telling her, it sounds a bit like a fairy tale because certain things don't always play in that type of sense, or the cards don't sometimes roll out that way, but it's not impossible. But I say, if you're looking from that, from me, my present moment.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but the probability of that happening is extremely, extremely, extremely low. You know, and that's what these girls go off of. They go off possibilities instead of probabilities. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to find that kind of guy with that level of success, and it's just going to be you.
Moment, who I am as today, when I wake up today, you're not gonna find that in me. I let her know that several times, several occasions, and she was cool with it. And she said, well, she was with me in a sense of hope. I feel like she was with me in a sense of hope, and I grew out of it.
See, again, a man tell a truth. He tells her the truth, and in her mind, she still wanted to believe the Disney fairy tale, hoping that one day it was just gonna be her and him. It's not what happened, man. Because he had to put himself in position to become somebody that most women would want to have those encounters with. So once a man get inside that ice cream store, he trying all the flavors. We have different things that we like, and one woman can never completely fulfill one man's desire because men like different varieties and different kind of women. You only can be one woman at a time. So no, no, that's not gonna happen. But that's what they'll do. They'll sit around hoping and praying that you'll change. In reality, no, man, just accept somebody for who they is and told you they were.
She was willing to do everything. Did she want to do it? Her mind and her heart wanted to do it, but her soul, that was not what her soul wanted. And in the sense of that, like, I felt wrong. That's why I left. That's why I had to distance myself.
I don't see how you would have felt wrong about being honest with a woman. You told her exactly what it is that you was about. You told her what most men won't tell her. Most dudes will lie and do it behind her back. You was completely honest and direct with her as far as what you stood on and what you was what it was that was required if she was gonna be with you. So you have no fault in what you did. You told her what it was. She just act like it was something that she can deal with. And in the end, You know, she probably couldn't handle it the way she thought she could.
Cause I'm not ready for that. That's the part of my life I'm not ready for. It's like we was in two different worlds. And it's like every day I had to bring her back into mine to let her know, like, hey, you told me this is what you wanted, this is what you signed up for. You gotta stick with it. If I'm caught up, if me and you
What he's trying to say is, I was trying to bring her back to reality, but she was still caught up in a Disney fairy tale, thinking it's just someday it's gonna be me and him only. And he let her know, like, no, it's not gonna be like that. I gotta reiterate saying to you. That's what he's telling. That's what he's saying right now, y'all.
say, if I tell you I'm a cheat or whatever, and you say I'm cool with that as long as you take care of home, and which I do. I take care of home, make sure you're right physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, um, everything. Make sure I'm hands-on with everything. But the littlest bit of peace where I want to do is where I do my dirt at. Because I let you know that, and you approved of it, you signed up for it, you said it was cool. And once I do it, I don't get the peace of mind to do it. I don't feel free, and I don't feel free to who I am as a person.
See, and that's pretty much him saying that because he told her that now that he have fulfilled his roles and duty as a man, but she haven't done the same on her side of the spectrum. So he wanted the piece to do what he wanted to do, and she what happened was when he went out to go do what he was doing, it's already in her mind that every leave out he doing something. So when he went to go do what he doing, she probably blowing his phone up, acting crazy because she already assuming that he out doing what he doing. That's what he's saying.
And a lot of people would say, "Oh, you broke up with her, or you broke up with her because you wanted to fuck other bitches." That's wrong. I mean, nah, and it doesn't even stops right there. It's just the basic sense of freedom, being free. I'm a free spirit. I don't know. My spiritual people know what a free spirit is. I'm a free spirit. So that's why I gotta blow my fucking nose. If I had to blow my nose, man. But I'm a free spirit. So, whenever I don't feel free to what I got going on, it hinders who I am as a person. It hinders my mental. And, it doesn't make me who I am. And within that process, I started to revert back to a lot of my old ways that I grew from. And I'm like, this is starting to be a little bit familiar with my past relationships. Certain things triggered me, and I would react. And I will pray to God for forgiveness off the simple fact of I grew from something. I grew from being the person that was a liar, the aggressor, the thug. I grew so much from that. But if I'm around something that doesn't bring me peace or get me out of my character, I cannot be around it. Because first and foremost, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do anything I'm going to regret. And I got a beautiful life ahead of me.
And that's a really good reason to cut ties with somebody when you got the vision to see foresight that it's not going well in the road that it could potentially take you down. And like I just said to y'all, in that situation, what happened is he agreed upon what he done. He fulfilled his part of the deal, but she didn't do the same on her side. So it's like every time he go out somewhere else, she was giving him. You see what I'm saying? In other words, she's giving him chaos. It wasn't peaceful because she, in the back of her mind, she know what he doing and it's bothering her emotionally and it's driving her crazy. So she handled him being with somebody else, and when she was out being with somebody else, it wasn't peaceful because it was an issue. It was a lot of turmoil being delivered from her side. So he's saying, listen, I had to break up with her because she wasn't agreeing to what it is that we agreed upon. We both made this decision that this was gonna be, and she didn't hold her in the bargain. So he like, I gotta cut ties off her. I feel like I'm gonna go down a dark road and I don't feel free like I'm supposed to. Say I'm gonna be doing this with you. I need to have a peace to be able to do what I'm gonna do. And I gotta agree with the man, and he named the three things that he spoke on that he seen foresight. If he stayed in this relationship, what was gonna happen.
I'm already the joke of the day. Um, so yeah, I am starting my healing journey. But I want to be honest because this is real. I want to be honest because she was already honest about everything else.
And y'all notice she got her makeup done, her hair done to record this video. Come on, let's continue, man.
And this isn't to make anybody look like the bad guy or anything. This is just my truth. You can't help who you love. You can't help who you fall in love with. You can't help who you grow a connection with. And I never wanted to be the bitch that cry on social media because
Then if you didn't want to be the girl to cry on social media, then why get on social media and cry? See, it's a cry out for help because it's like, okay, well now we ain't together no more. I'm gonna go ahead and do this on social media because I'm gonna go viral. And been accustomed to this fast life, I gotta find a way to stay relevant so I can start to be able to monetize off of it since he's not there no more. But let's continue, man.
I'm not no dog ass bitch. I have given myself to one man for a year and 3 months.
As just as you should do when you in a committed relationship to a man with status that's giving you resource, attention, love, support, and protection. I mean, you should dedicate yourself to that one man. That's how it's supposed to be.
And just one man, not nobody else. And you build so much with that person. You go through so much with that person. And my healing process, I can't tell y'all how hard it is for me to sleep.
Listen, y'all, and I'm not saying that she's not genuine about her feelings, but the way she go about doing it, like crying on social media, girls know when they get on social media and cry, everybody gonna take their side, man. Everybody gonna sympathize for them and everything. See, crying behind the scenes is one thing, but if the whole world see her crying on camera, that is gonna be a whole lot of empathy and a lot of sympathy, man. Women know exactly what they doing. So let's continue though.
Oh, how hard it is for me to get up and face reality because this was not my reality a week ago.
Well, you should face in reality when he told you what it was from the beginning. He told you exactly what it was and how he was gonna be, but in your mind, you still wanted to. be influenced by the fairy tale that society has indoctrinated into your brain. Let's continue.
I can't tell y'all how hard it is because I love so hard. And I love harder and harder and harder every time. And this one hurts the most. Because I really thought that I was gonna marry this man.
You thought it was gonna be just you and him, and he told you that willing to marry you someday, but you wasn't gonna be the only wife. And after he told you that, I don't know whether or not you thought it took him serious, or in your mind you thought somehow you was gonna change him, and he all about you. And that's what women like to do, y'all. They love control. So you tell them one thing, and then they'll think it's a game until you actually stand on what you're saying, and then it's like backfired on them. She thought somehow she was gonna be able to get her love claws up underneath him and get him to fall, and he was gonna change his mind. That's what they try to do, man. They come along and do all these little things that you like and try to get their claws in you and get you to change your mind. And when as soon as that thing don't work, it backfired. And that's what happened in this situation, man. The man told you what it was up front, and you thought that you could change him. His mind. Continue.
And I get it, he's young. Why would you think that? You know, like, it wasn't like that. And I'm trying to be strong, and it's hard. So, to my healing journey, I've already started therapy, and I'm trying to figure out ways to get up out of the bed and stuff like that. And I've changed my whole life, so it's like, it's just lessons, you know. And people be like, you know, he's young, you were stupid, all this shit, but he was doing things that grown ass men never did for me.
Translation. He was living a nice style, you know. We went on trips. I got clothes, I got bags, I got shoes, I got nice fancy dinners. He protected for me, he provided for me. Things he was doing for me, most men don't have the resources, the finances, or the means to be able to give me that lifestyle that I really wanted. And he was able to do that at such a young age. That's what she's saying, y'all. But let's continue.
Never taught me. I experienced things that he was just so mature, and just because he was young, it doesn't mean that he didn't have the ability to do so. He did. He made me become so soft, so vulnerable, so submissive. He made me love more. He made me love so hard. I love everything that comes with that man. I cherish and worship everything that comes with that. But
See what she said, y'all? I cherished and worshiped the thing that came with that man. And this is why I tell you, man, not to get off subject. Most women in the States won't do this kind of stuff. Notice she said, he made me submissive. Now, if he was a regular dude, he probably wouldn't have got that submission. He probably she wouldn't have admired him. She wouldn't have respected him on that level. And that's what I tell you guys. You got to go up and beyond to become a man that most of these girls are going to respect and admire. And that's why I tell y'all to get y'all passport, because in the States, they'll make you think that what you doing enough when you doing more than enough. If you making more than the average human being, but a woman still telling you ain't doing enough, that's because you in the States with women who are delusional. This is why you man got to get your passport, so that you get that woman that respects you, admire you, love you, that's going to be cooperative and feminine. But this is what she said that she was doing for him. This is what it looks like when you really respect, love your man. And y'all, that's the definition of being alpha widow, man. You know, after dealing with somebody on that level as a woman and experience something that you never experienced in life, it's gonna be hard to go back for her and go date an average dude or any regular guy, man. Listen, man, y'all seen the video, guys. And this is why I always advocate you, man, to get your passport. Because when you're not on that level like that, you won't get that kind of cooperation. You won't get that kind of submission. You won't get that kind of respect and admiration from a female. But listen, y'all saw it for yourselves. I said what I need to say. That's all I got to say about this, man. Listen, subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Don't just be watching. Subscribe, comment, like, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Yeah, got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the Wayne way. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no cap. Bust it down like packs. Hustle hard like I trap. I'm certified.